So one thing that the Lord has really been speaking to me about recently in prayer is the importance of getting very, very intentional about my obedience. And so I thought about this in a different way this week, and I want to encourage you with it. Are we scheduling our obedience to God? Are we planning our obedience to God? Are we putting our obedience to God on the calendar? So if God is speaking to us about something he wants us to work on, let's say it's eating healthier, for example, or exercising, are we putting that time on the calendar to really invest in our obedience to him? Are we putting, if we're trying to get healthier with our diet and eating, are we putting in meal planning and taking time to shop for different groceries and looking for healthier recipes? Are we putting that time on the calendar? If he's telling us to be healthier with our exercise routine, are we scheduling that time to exercise? If he's telling us to get into the word, are we putting that time on the calendar to read the word? Are we really setting aside blocks of time to really look at how we can obey God practically, taking those action steps to really walk out what God is telling us to do? It's so important that we do that. As a lot of us hear and say in the church, right? We say delayed obedience is disobedience, right? But how often are we active in our obedience to God? Many times we're not trying to disobey God necessarily, like actively disobeying, but that delayed obedience happens because we're not intentional in making time to obey God and obey what he's telling us to do. So I encourage you to do that today. Set aside that time to do the thing that God is telling you to do, to be intentional about it, to make time for it. Because if you don't, sometimes you'll look up and weeks and months and even years have gone by where that delayed obedience has happened. Take time to intentionally obey God today.